All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining me. And I'm about to go live on Facebook. Oh, I'm already live on Facebook. I love it. Hello, everyone. Liz here. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I just want to quick, let you know I'm sorry that I had a lot of schedule changes, a lot of different things kind of come up. Hey, that's what life sometimes brings us. So I'm going to be pretty transparent about that during this live stream. And once again, here I am. I'm sitting on the floor because being more closer to the ground is just, it's so grounding. It's so grounding. And this probably won't be as long as my usual lives, although who knows? If anybody is live right now, say hello. If you're watching the replay, please type replay in the comments so I know that you watched the video. And if you are watching on my YouTube channel, please like this video. Just hit that little thumbs up icon. And subscribe to my channel if these are topics that that I talk about on this channel that have been of interest of you. Please subscribe to my channel. I am Liz Philippone. I help people stay strong, confident, and independent by combining evidence-based training with mindful movement and nervous system support. I'm a multi-certified fitness and wellness professional specializing in strength, mobility, and corrective exercise for midlife and older adults. And my overall approach, and I'm going to say it over and over again because it's the way I am leading my life these days, is it's about building resilience, not perfection, so that we can move better, reduce pain in our bodies, and continue doing what we love to do for years to come. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Liz. Thanks so much for joining me, Liz. I love when people join me live. It makes it a little bit more interactive and that I'm not doing this all by myself, which is what I'm going to go into right now. This live stream is really going to be about summer updates and strength strategies. Doesn't that sound kind of cool, right? Hey, we're leading into summer. It's the end of June, and just going to be a little bit transparent about just this month in general is a busy month for me. And I'm sure if you still have kids in school, like young kids, it's a lot. Or grandkids, right? And you're trying to keep up with the grandkid events, right? It's a lot on top of everything else, right? And some personal stuff came up for me in the last month, and trying to navigate that and still do my thing. It's a challenge, but I do my best to still show up, and this is me. This is me. I'm not perfect. Like I said, I'm about building resilience. It doesn't have to be with movement. It can be with emotional, mental, spiritual health resilience. Okay. Tell me in the comments if you like that, or if you're with me on that. It's not just about the physical resilience. It's about the mental, emotional, and spiritual resilience, right? So let me know. Okay. Number one, my weekly live stream schedule. I have been doing this live stream Thursdays at 12:15 p.m. So, and I'm going to do little shorts and reminders in my emails as well, that starting July 9th, that's a Thursday, I'm going to be starting these live streams at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Schedule is changing, and I already know it is. And I want to keep doing this and supporting you in every way I can. So I am making this change because my daughter is out of school, and I got to go pick her up from this activity and this activity, and it won't allow me to be present and on at 12:15 p.m. So I'm going to get my live stream in for you guys in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting on July 9th. Okay. And what you can expect from these live streams. If you're on my email list, you know that I shared about, excuse me, my fellow fitness professional, Jen. She is also an amazing wellness, fitness, movement lover like me. And we want to join forces and do a sort of partnering, like a partner live stream. And I will give you more details on that later. And I'm excited. We tried to make it happen this week, but technology and time, and I could name a couple other reasons why, but I'm not. We couldn't make it happen. So that's okay. We're still working out the kinks. But what's going to be so cool about this is we're going to have new topics, and you're not just going to be getting my perspective on said topics that I talk about on my channel, but you're going to hear her perspective as well. And I think it's so important to hear other perspectives, experiences, especially with other fitness professionals that work with similar population that I do. I think it's important that we hear everybody on that. And so stay tuned with that, okay? I'm still going to do something weekly, regardless if, one of us can't do it. I'm still going to show up. So even if I can't have Jen one week, and I have to do it on my own, I do it on my own, right? It happens. Life happens. But that is something new, right? And we got to build on it. So I'm excited. We're going to start those soon, very soon. And it might even be a separate day. I don't know. We're going to try different things out. Okay. But for now, I am switching my live stream schedule to Thursdays at 9 a.m. And yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. And of course, if there are any changes, I will let you know. I always communicate that. So in the comments, feel free to comment, what topics would you like me to cover this summer, whether it's just me or the ones that Jen and I do together. Okay, because that's going to be, I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to have conversations, and I'm excited about how that's all going to unfold, right? So let me know in the comments, what topics would you like to cover, would like me to cover more? Thank you. All right. My next thing I wanted to share as an update is, this isn't going to happen in the summer. I'm looking at fall months for this, is a new half-day workshop. Okay. And this is a preview of my Power Up Your Strength program. Something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. When I created this program, and I still am sort of online and in person, right? But this program really started to get going probably at the end of COVID, when we were still pretty much all virtual, or I was more virtual. But I want to create a workshop, a half-day workshop, where it previews the Power Up Your Strength program that I talk about a lot on my live streams. It's my signature program. And I want to create this because I want people to get a little preview, a little taste of what it's about, what to expect. It's a commitment, 12 weeks is a commitment because it is a 12-week program. It's a transformational program. And all my clients who have gone through that program have experienced a huge change in their life with it, not just gaining more muscle, but in what they can do on a daily basis, better, with more control, with more confidence. And, it's good to be able to get a little taste of that, and it's really for people in their 45 and plus, right? That's who I mainly serve. Anybody in their mid-40s and on. So it's a workshop that anybody can attend. If you have let's say, if you have someone in your life who may benefit from my Power Up Your Strength program, maybe it's you that attends this workshop, right? Like a caregiver or something. You're just like, oh my God, I think this could be perfect for my mother, grandfather, father, grandmother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, whatever, I'm going to go and I'm going to check it out and experience it and see what it's about. So even caregivers could attend this workshop. So you're going to learn so much. You're going to learn the importance of posture and balance and stability, and why working in foundations first is so key before you start any strength training program. Okay. You're going to learn how to prevent falls. You are going to learn how to incorporate nervous system support within your day. Yeah, I mean, it's not just about lifting weights and doing push-ups and what have you. It's also about supporting your nervous system. So you're going to learn why it's so important to take care of the nervous system for recovery purposes. All right, because as we get older, it takes longer to recover. So what can we do to support our bodies while we're in a recovery phase, or even just like after doing particular exercise, whether it's a workout or you did some gardening all day, right? And you're whooped. What can you do to help your body recover better? Okay, so you're going to learn all that stuff. We're going to be learning about why we strength train, why the core is important. Okay. And of course, recovery and all that stuff. So how this is all going to fall into your real life too. That's key too. Okay, Liz, not me, but another Liz, topic: tips and ways to get exercise in while on vacation. I love that. Love that. So this workshop, it's not just about exercise, okay? It's about traveling comfortably, gardening confidently, right? Who doesn't want to garden and do like landscape stuff, right? More confidently. Hiking in different terrains with less fear and hesitation. Playing with your grandchildren on the floor, up off the floor, wherever. And staying independent. Okay, that's really what this program is about. You're going to leave with practical exercises, okay? You're going to be able to take some of these exercises with you, okay? And just have a better understanding of the body as it ages. And, one of the things I would love is for you to leave with an action plan. What kind of action do you want to take next? Whether it is my 12-week program, or maybe there's something else that you're like, yeah, I'm going to go for that. I don't know, whatever it is, right? But also just leaving feeling confident is probably my biggest one. So stay tuned for more information for that. I'm going to start to share little bits of that over the summer. I haven't had a date yet where I'm going to do it. So don't go away. Don't stop watching. Okay. Here we go. So I'm just going to go. Those were my two main things I wanted to share. But, with me lately, I'm just going to talk about, this past month, 2 months have been really kind of crazy busy. Navigating certain things have been kind of stressful. You get new information, medical information, with your child. Not that my child is in pain or anything like that. My child got diagnosed with celiac disease about 2 months ago, and she's been gluten-free. And if nobody knows what celiac disease is, it's an autoimmune disease that happens within the small intestine. It can be very, like the symptoms can be very apparent, like GI discomfort, diarrhea, like you eat something with gluten and it does not stay, and it causes bloating. Some people get rashes, headaches, right? Fog brain. There are so many symptoms where she didn't really have that, right? The thing with her is that, it's kind of stunted her growth. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to be very transparent, is that it, in a way, could have stunted her growth. She's short. She's growing, but she's growing, under the line of the, the normal, whatever line of growth that a child goes through. And luckily it's growth, but hey, maybe we can make some changes with that. So we're looking more into that. And so that just sort of threw me for a loop there for a bit. I was still showing up, doing my thing, but, that's a lot, and then there's sudden loss that happens in my family, and that it just seems like, I don't know, I'm just going to be really blunt, is that do you feel that when things happen, like big life changes and events happen, it happens in threes? Just, yeah, answer that in the comments if you know what I mean. Like, does it happen in threes for you? Like, this big thing happens, right? And it could be like your car breaks, right? Or, you got to get a new roof or something, right? But it's like after that big thing, then like another thing happens and then another thing. Yeah, that's sort of what I've been experiencing the past couple months. So thank you for listening to that. I don't always like to talk about and go on and on and on about me, but I think it's important in this that we all have stuff going on, right? And where do we find the time, or how do we stay on our path, on our routine when a bunch of shit happens? Pardon my French, right? We might say like, I know what I should do. I know what I should be doing right now, but I just don't have time. I've said that before. Does that sound familiar? I know what I should be doing right now. I just don't have the time. Right? And you have to sort of reframe it, if you can. Yeah. Reframe it. Instead of how do I find more time, how do I make said thing fit into my life? Whether that's how do I make movement fit into my life? How do I make meditation fit into my life? How do I make stretching, so on and so forth? Yeah, does that make sense? Like being specific about like, this is the thing that I really want to fit into my life, and really feeling that and being like, okay, I want to fit more movement into my why. Like, why is it so important to me to find movement in my life, to find meditation, et cetera, et cetera? Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just going to leave you with, let me see here. How many strategies do I have here? 3 strategies. Okay. And how to fit things into your busy schedule. Finding time for you. Number 1, you got to think smaller. I mean, yeah, we should think big, right? Think big. It's okay to think big. But if you're really like, I just don't have the time. You can't figure it out. You got to start small, right? You got to start small. And this is something I always tell my clients in my Power Up Your Strength program, and even my mobility sessions that I do here in person, is that maybe it's not 60-minute workouts or 60-minute stretch sessions, right? Maybe it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or even little movement snacks. I'm a big movement snack person, especially these days. Today I got a really longer movement session in, which was nice. I actually got up to like 15, 20 minutes. That was pretty cool. But I like those 5-minute movement snacks. It's like, what can I do to move my body, right? If I sit all day long, right? Or if you sit all day long for long periods of time, standing up and doing something is going to help you a lot more than just waiting and thinking about when you can get that 45-minute to 60-minute workout in 2 to 3 days a week. Does that make sense? All right. So, excuse me. Think a little smaller, on the smaller scale, if you're really struggling with getting movement in. And that's just movement, but it goes for meditation. Okay. Maybe you're trying to finish a book, right? I'm really good about setting 10-minute blocks, like if I'm trying to finish a book or I want to finish a book, depending on what type of book it is, 10 minutes a day. If I can get at least 10 minutes, that's sort of a chapter a day, but some chapters are really long. But I just wanted to use that example because, it's everybody's different, right? And what they're trying to achieve. So that's number one, think smaller. Number two, connect the habit to existing habits. Okay, in my notes, I have movement, but any habit. Connect the habit that you want to incorporate into your schedule with habits. For example, your morning coffee. That's what I do. When I have my morning coffee, I meditate. I take some deep breaths for 2 to 3 minutes. I might do another type of meditation, okay, with my Insight Timer app. Such a great app because you can get 5-minute meditations out of there or longer ones. So what can you incorporate in your morning coffee time? Journaling. Your lunch break. What a great, if you work still, using part of your lunch break to decompress your nervous system. Yeah, going somewhere out of your workspace and finding some quiet time. Okay, even if it's in your car. Okay. After work, sometimes after work is a better time for people, right? Great time to decompress. Maybe you do certain things like that after work. Before dinner, and it's great because before dinner, if you can do some like meditation or deep breathing, you're going to have the best digestion ever because you're letting your whole system come back into that relaxation state so that you can assimilate better things, right, as you eat them instead of rushing through meals. Does that make sense? All right, so connecting the habit you want to existing habits. Number 3, the final one, is focus on consistency. Done is better than perfect. And I'm saying that because I am a recovering perfectionist. And my perfectionism kept me from doing things, kept me from trying new things and moving forward, whether it was in my profession or in my, just other things. Yeah. So done is better than perfect. Okay. Let it be messy in the beginning. Like I said earlier, with these live streams that I want to do and incorporate another person, Jen, another fellow fitness pro, I know it's going to be messy. It's already has been a little messy, right? We're still trying to figure it out. So we'll see. We shall see with that. It's going to be a special live stream, but I know it's going to get better, because you're just going to learn each time. We're going to learn, make mistakes, it's like done is just better. Get it done than it being perfect. Small actions repeated consistently create the results. Yeah. I'm going to say that again. Small actions repeated consistently create the results that you want to get to. All right. So I'm just going to quick tie this back into summer. So, because we're hitting summer, right? What would happen if you invested 10 minutes today or 15 minutes tomorrow? Okay. So that you could travel more comfortably, enjoy summer activities, feel stronger and more capable. That's what I want you to ask yourself. What would happen if you invested 10 minutes today or 15 minutes tomorrow so you could travel more comfortably, enjoy the summer activities you want to enjoy, or feel stronger and more capable, or all of the above? All right, so I leave you with that. So the common thread here: strength, confidence, consistency, supporting the life you want to live. We're not exercising just to exercise. We're building a body that helps us travel, explore, play, stay active, and enjoy life. So I'm going to leave you with this. I know I left you with a bunch of stuff, But if you are interested in this workshop that I'm going to do in the fall, I really want to start. I already have some interest, but I want to get some more. Maybe you know somebody in your life that this would work for. This workshop is going to be designed for people who want a practical, supportive approach to getting stronger, okay? I don't have the date, the location, or the registration details yet. I'm trying to get a list going of people interested that want to do this, okay? So, yeah, if you are interested and you are not on my email list, comment strong, STRONG, comment strong. And I'll be in touch. If you're not on my newsletter, I don't know why you're not, okay? Please get in touch with me for that. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, if you go to my main channel page, in my links, there is a link in there to sign up for my newsletter. Please go ahead and do it. I will also put it in the comments or the description of the video on YouTube as well. So there you have it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I will see you next week. Stay tuned for more info on that. Have a great day.